Hello everyone, welcome back to the Buddyhood Brawl League Season 3. We're here for a game that's just started actually between Paranoia and GameKnight. Both players playing as the mercenaries here. We are coming in slightly late, so we're not really sure what's going on. But I'm sure we're gonna see that right away. Oh wow, that's a good ability to get there. Plus 20% armor for Paranoia's captain. See, he has a halberd, so that's very well planned out as well. He seems to be able to... He wants to get the objective here, and he already has 7 stones. So that's a good early start here. You can take a look in the top left corner and you see that Paranoia has 44 morale and GameKnight has 42. So that's virtually no difference whatsoever. It's gonna be interesting to see what these two players can do here. They are taking part in the Qualifier League 1, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sorry that we didn't do the actual intro here. We were a little bit rushed coming into this game. And both of the players are entering the tournament with this particular map. GameKnight is the tournament organizer, and Paranoia is a veteran of low-level games coming into the Buddyhood Brawl League for the first time. We're hoping to do some good for him here. He is among the people who have betted on the outcome of the leagues here. Paranoia is a big favorite to do really well in Qualifier League 1, only being behind Kid and Pa in the rankings for who's going to win that particular league. Gonna see what he can do here against GameKnight, who's also played quite a few low-level games, but not just as many as Paranoia. You might know Paranoia from the Mordheim Steam forums. He's a very helpful player there, helping out a lot of beginners with many of their questions. You see that they had the cash as their starting deployment, which is always a very fun deployment to do, I think. I'm gonna see if that's... usually what you want with the cash is that you can get better loot, but now it doesn't matter since we're playing at the exhibition. But one of these players did deploy around their wagon and won in 3 strike teams, if you're wondering what the cash actually is. And by the looks of it, I would say that it was probably... Actually, Paranoia seems to be very close here. Did he actually deploy in 3 groups? I don't think so. And he should go on the offensive, if possible here. I think Paranoia has the advantage. I think he deployed around the wagon. And hopefully he starts moving towards one of these groups, if he knows indeed where they are. And I think he should know. I might find himself near a Skaven here.
Objective completed.
Could be a nice ambush stance if GameKnight comes through here. It's unfortunate when you take a little bit of damage. In these low-level tournaments here, you can see that it matters quite a bit. Oh, if you look at the red icon here on the wagon, you can see that GameKnight has actually picked up his idol. And if we do know GameKnight right, he's probably hid it on some sort of search point. So it shouldn't be too hard to figure out which search point that is. It's only... Are there anyone near him? I don't see one right now. Have a marksman down here. It's not that much of a detriment for GameKnight to have his units spread out, I think, since he's probably going to put 4 units next to his wagon and then that lone marksman at the very end. But it's up to Paranoia not to be too cautious. Maybe he can catch that marksman and get an instant advantage. Personally, I do think that in this particular format, in the Bodyhood Brawl League, the Mercenaries might do really well. I think they're the most powerful warband given the settings that we have. And I say that because of Lads Got Talent. They have 2 excellent choices. They have very good passive skills early on for every single one of their characters they're gonna use. The only really drawback here is that you have to start with a Youngblood, but Youngblood is not as bad as people say he is. And you could do something that, for example, Aenir did, start out with 5 henchmen to avoid the Youngblood. Gonna see if GameKnight has followed that as well. I know that before the tournament he said that he didn't think that Last Got Talents was going to be too impactful, and I do disagree with that, and we're gonna see if GameKnight is gonna prove us otherwise by not picking a single Last Got Talent. But there might be too much of a temptation to get there. Slow approach. We don't seem to have a single ranged unit for Paranoia, right?
Has started.
So it's natural that he's hugging the walls here, but because you don't want to get caught here with yeah, you don't want to move up there, do you? Okay, maybe this can be a nice ambush spot. Yeah, that's a good spot for Paranoia, I think. Trying to get closer here while GameKnight is going to most likely hug that little house that he started occupying, and seeing that it's a little bit away from his wagon, you could assume that he's actually linked up his entire team by now. We don't really know how many rounds has gone on until we see the last turn here. I did miss it the first time, I have to confess. Maybe we should skip ahead on some of these units a little bit. I think what Paranoia could do here, if he's concerned about points, what he could do is he just moves back to his wagon and deposits all of the wordstone. We've seen it several times before with players picking up wordstones as their objective, and then 1 or 2 of their units die with the wordstone on them, and then they don't get the objective. Happens all the time. So far, every single player, with the exception of 1, has had casualties in the very first game. We will be expecting GameKnight and Paranoia both to have that. Paranoia is eagerly searching around here. Oh yeah, he's already seeing the flank that GameKnight is trying to do. So if he just takes a left here, that would be a good position to go in. Like straight down here. Should also pay a little bit of attention on exactly. He's taking the cautious. He's being very cautious here. He doesn't want to be shot whatsoever. Notice the halberd here. The halberd is very good on the captain since you can parry with it, and he has a bonus to that from his swift reaction skill. Wow, he's really making an offensive move here. That might be too offensive. Yeah, he might be spotted and shot at here. Let's see. Or GameKnight is not really backtracking. So I don't see many search points here that GameKnight could have put down his idol in. And if he's still carrying the idol, it's going to be a massive bomb for the morale department if that unit goes down. Because remember, at this point, you're losing 16 morale for the leader, 12 morale for the hero, and 9 morale for each henchman. And you're also losing minus 16 morale for losing the idol. So if the leader has picked it up, that's minus 32 morale. That's an almost instant rout here. It's gonna be very careful about losing the unit that's carrying the idol, if it still is carrying it. Caesar Vent. It's always very tricky here for the first game. You only have 3 henchmen, a hero and a leader. At least for the second PvP here, everyone should have unlocked the henchman, as a 4th henchman. And for the third PvP, everyone should have unlocked the second hero. Provided that they actually manage to get the objective in their PvE status. Okay, he fully sees the Youngblood. And he misses. Sneaks by here. So it is a ranged Youngblood from GameKnight. No, it's not. It's definitely... that was the marksman, yeah. So you're seeing a Youngblood here also with a halberd. He didn't want to use the attack here because the captain would have gotten a second attack. That's why he saved the red pills. Oh, don't do a charge. Alright, so he's doing a charge here. And that means that we get a lead here for GameKnight. I'm saying not do a charge because if you just go in and do 2 attacks, you have 2 attacks instead of just 1. A charge costs 3 red pills, then you have 2 red pills left, and if you're having a 2-handed weapon or dual wielding, then you don't get a second attack because they cost 3 red pills. But an early lead here for GameKnight. Let's see what Paranoia can do to counter this. He's a bit further away, isn't he? Oh god. Taking 10 damage here. He might want to focus down on the captain. Is really regretting here that he did not actually use those red pills, I suppose. Could do a charge as well. Could move, yeah. You might want to just tie this captain up with this unit. And yeah, oh, he's being tempted there. Because then you could have the other units go after the Youngblood and this neat little marksman. Oh wow, lands a stun instantly. That's good. That's really good. 5% chance of that. He probably wants to stay there. Yeah, that's... I did. Yeah, this is going to be brutal, indeed. Probably wants to protect the captain here. He doesn't want to go too much forward. Hopefully doesn't enter into ambush at that point. Alright, making a delay. No shot is coming off, and I don't think he can actually disengage now because he's put a Youngblood there to prevent him from having any space. There's gonna be a counter-attack here. That's probably a bad choice by GameKnight. Lots of damage coming in, and you know it's the captain's turn next, and now he get 2 attacks. And naturally then you have the Youngblood coming in. I wonder if he's gonna go into... Okay. So getting a free attack here. It's looking rough for Paranoia, but he's doing a lot of damage on this captain. Is he carrying the idol? That's all I want to know. Can we please go up to the overhead map and see? It should be in his interest. 41 damage and misses his parry. He's not gonna live for the next turn, so better get that captain now. Seems to be itching for a charge. I can't really get to the captain, he's too far away. You don't have too many blue pills here. You only start with 5. Manages a critical hit as well, but stands on a roll of 4, target 16. So is he actually hemming him in? Yeah, he is. Can he go around? No, I don't think so. That was really well planned out by GameKnight, I have to say. That is a beautiful circle here to actually circumvent everything that Paranoia was trying to do. Probably not going to get a kill here. Yeah, you can do a Squire's Curse, but why would he want to switch weapon? And misses. Alright, alright. This is going to be very rough. I think that Paranoia is probably going to have to take a route test coming up. Hoping that he can kill this unit and switch weapon. Where on earth is this character? Is he trying to circumvent the entirety of it? Seems that he's unlucky. I mean, I get the idea, but he could have checked that on the overhead map. And now he went in with the Youngblood in a very poor situation, meaning that he does not actually have space to attack. If he got in a slightly more to the right and next to the captain, he would have had more space. Now he has 0 space. Might see a complete demolition now. And we have a second kill here, so 2-0 to GameKnight. And then he lost, predictably, his secondary objective. And this time GameKnight is actually going in here for a second attack. Maybe he did the charge there because it could have done just enough damage and then done a disengage if he had missed. Might have been a total bad move here. Yeah. That's probably going to be game over for Paranoia. Youngblood doesn't have too great of a leadership. Yeah, that unit that the warrior down there, he does not actually have. Guess he's trying to preserve his unit here. He doesn't want him to die. Gonna see if he actually wins by 3-0 or not. That's another heavy blow on Boris. And let's see, here comes the route test. And it's actually passed! Oh my good lord! Wow! That is impressive! 3 units could possibly kill this unit if he manages to land another blow here. And he does! So, looked exactly like GameKnight was going to get off here with a clean sheet, but no. That was a very nice round test there. I wonder what the roll actually was. It can't be too high. The Youngbloods do start with only 3 leaderships. That was a 12%, most likely. 12% chance. That was impressive. Let's see if he can actually do something here. Yeah, so we see that Youngblood actually has the idol. If we could get him, that would have been fantastic, but it looks very bleak still for Paranoia. It's more or less just a point for comfort. At the very least, the captain cannot do anything anymore unless he can switch to a ranged weapon to help out. Let's see if he can. He's missing this. No, he's not. Objectives updated. That's 4-1. Congratulations to GameKnight. I hope you enjoyed watching this game, and we'll see more of this in the future as well from Qualifier League 1.
I will have to keep this for Yasser
Farewell.
reaching the Baron's ears. If he finds